Our top focus obviously remains the US actions in Venezuela. Now, the United Nations Security Council will meet on January 5th at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time to discuss the rapidly evolving situation in Venezuela. The emergency session has been convened in the aftermath of the US military operation and the capture of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Council members are expected to review the details of the operation and examine its broader implications. A key focus of the discussion will be the legality of the US action and whether it violates the UN Charter, as well as its potential impact on international peace and security. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has already cautioned that the move sets a dangerous precedent, warning that such actions could undermine established international norms. All 15 members of the UN Security Council will take part in the meeting, including permanent members, the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom and France, setting the stage for a sharply divided debate. Let's take a look at the details of today's session. So the UNSC is set to convene a meeting on the US actions in Venezuela. Let's take a look at what exactly are the details of this. Now, this meeting is set to take place today at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and we'll discuss the situation in Venezuela. Now, remember, the US has deposed Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. Now, this session is being held to review the US military operation and the capture of Nicolas Maduro. Now, the US operation lasted under 30 minutes and the US had in effect kidnapped a sitting president. What will be discussed? Now, the members will debate the legality of the US action and its impact on international peace and security. So, one of the key things among discussions would be the legality of this action that the US has carried out, as well as we also have another key detail being that all 15 members of the UN Security Council will be taking part in this meeting. So, we have the five permanent members as well as the 10 non-permanent members. Now, what are the key countries that will be involved? We have permanent members including the US, Russia, China, UK and France, who will be present at this UNSC meeting. Now, just to tell you, Colombia has called for this meeting with the backing of Russia and China as well. This comes, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has also previously said that this move sets a dangerous precedent. My colleague Brian Thomas joins us for more on this. Brian, a UNSC meeting is set to take place today, where the main topic of discussion is obviously going to be the US actions in Venezuela and whether they were legal or not, considering the fact that US has in effect kidnapped a sitting president.
Yes, clearly, as of now, there are going to be many specifications, many conversations, emergency UNSC meeting scheduled, where the UNSC is convening a special emergency session to address the fallout from the US military intervention in Venezuela, which again clearly resulted in the capture of Nicolas Maduro and his wife. The meeting will be under the agenda item threats to international peace and security. The session was formally requested by Colombia with backing from Russia and China, like you mentioned. And even Venezuela itself has pushed for council to discuss what it calls act of aggression by the US. Even Antonio Guterres has also expressed deep alarm, warning that the crisis could even undermine core principles of international law by setting a dangerous precedent for unilateral military action without Security Council authorization itself. Yes.